Hello everyone, this is Fame from Eurovision Crave, and here I am joined by the beautiful Lila Ramonda, Teya Dora from Serbia. How you doing, Teya?
Oh, doing good.
Yeah. Well, I want to start by saying happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, you had a beautiful party last night. Everybody from your team was so lovely and so sweet. Did you have fun? How was your night?
Oh, I had fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, needed some relaxing time. After that whole day, it was filled with stuff to do. So yeah, we had fun. We sang, we danced, and
It was
the usual
lovely.
stuff. You were there?
I was there.
Oh my God.
The thing is, I didn't want to come bother you on your birthday night. Like, I wanted to have fun with all your friends and stuff. So,
Oh, thank you.
so how does it feel to be? Can I tell your age? 31.
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel to be 31? Because so I read that when you turn 30, your Saturn comes back. So like when you're born, you're Saturn at one point, and then it circles, and then it comes back to the same point, which like symbolizes growth, new changes, etc. How do you feel this transition?
Still a baby.
I love that for you.
Still a baby. I don't know. I'm just like probably more better with some stuff, but then I have some situations that I'm like, oh my goodness, like almost as if I'm 16 again, It just never changes. There are just some things that can never change, or maybe that's just for me. But definitely, like, I feel like maybe after like 26 or something like that, 27, you like nowadays at least, not
Yeah.
talking about back in the days, but nowadays people like have some more self-respect and more they know their own worth, I guess, like better and maybe more confidence. And just with the age, hopefully it grows, and that's just some of the things that come to my mind right now.
Yeah, I feel like you mature more, like you become the full person that you're supposed to become after a while.
Yeah, after a while, with the ages, it happens more and more. For some less, for some more.
And before we start this whole Eurovision thing, I want to talk about your debut, how you started music. So I feel like you knew you wanted to do music from a very young age. When was the moment you were like, "Do you know what? Like this is my destiny. I want to like pursue this."
I don't know. I can't remember, but I think my whole life, because also my parents were always like listening very good music, very like well, how do you say that? Like a quality, like good quality music. If there's a good quality music,
Yeah.
everybody has their own taste, of course. But also we had a piano, since I was little, and my dad would put me as a baby, and I would just like
Oh.
slap it a little bit, and then I don't know. I think I always just wanted that deep inside, and of course uh, as I was growing up, I realized it more and more. But I think I was super young, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
And for example, if you look back and turn and you talk to Teya, who's let's say 8 years old, has a lot of dreams. Because I feel like, I mean, Serbian music is kind of strong. Like you have your own thing, but you don't have that many opportunities, like to do this whole thing. And I feel like you have achieved so much already. And if you talk back to that little girl who had all these dreams, like what would you tell her with all the doubts and everything that she had?
I think honestly, I have more doubts now than the 8-year-old me. But uh, everything. I don't know if I would tell her to change anything, because I feel like everything is just everything that happens is just meant to happen, and not saying like there's a destiny. Maybe there is, but in a way there is, and you probably decided that yourself some time ago or
Yeah.
somewhere sometime, and there's just like a road that you follow, and sometimes you go off the road, but it's still you come back to that same road, and that's just like my opinion. So I would
Yeah.
just tell her to keep doing what she wants to do.
That's beautiful. And then you followed, like, you studied music as well afterwards, and you moved to the States, you went to Berkeley, and then you lived in New York. What would you say was the thing that the US helped you with that you couldn't really find in Serbia, for example?
I'm not sure, honestly. Well, of course, the school I went to, what helped me the most, besides all the classes and everything, is just like people that I went to school with, my colleagues and my friends. You know, when you exchange music, you share music with each other. You again, come back to that confidence. You build confidence, and you like start to appreciate something that you work on yourself. When you get recognition from others, it sounds bad, but like we need it.
Yeah.
We like, I don't know. So I think, yeah. And as far as the music goes, I I always had this like a bit of tradition, Serbian tradition in myself, even though I didn't listen to that kind of music when I was young in Serbia. But it is kind of, I guess it's in my blood.
Yeah.
So everybody like that with the pop sound that I bring, the like maybe not a generic pop sound, but something like world sound. I would add a little bit of Serbian taste, you
Yeah.
know, and. I don't know, maybe like also Ramonda, you know, for me, that's not like, it's not a total Serbian song, you know? It's not a total any kind of song, like to compare it to. But maybe in the chorus, there's a bit of Serbia. I'm not even
I
sure
think it's
anymore.
the way you sing. You know, like I'm from the Balkans as well. I'm from
Oh,
Bulgaria,
okay.
so we have this like way of singing, like this. How do you say it? Like the way you pronounce the words. I think is very the melodic. I think that's what I feel as well from Ramonda as well. You know, maybe
I
the
never
language
thought
also.
about that. I never thought about that,
You
to
know
be
the runs
honest.
that we do, like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, I mean
maybe
that.
some, a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk about your musical genre as well. I feel like the way I would describe it is very eclectic. Like, for example, if people listen to Ramonda, they would think that, oh, you love melancholy, like that's your vibe. But then I listen to some of your songs, and there's this song called Dana Meneye. I butchered that, I feel like.
The menu.
Yeah. So I feel like this is like very trappy pop. And then obviously we have the banger that is Atamala, that is more like Brazilian funk meets Spanish pop meets
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Balkan. How would you describe your musical genre?
Well, honestly, those are the songs that I did before. Right now, I kind of want to focus on this vibe, not being melancholic and all the time, but in a way, I kind of want to focus on that sound of the deep sound of my voice, and I think it suits me the best. And the most emotion transfers from that part of my vocal, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of music I want to make right now, and continue making it. And that's from Janum and Ramonda, those two
Yeah.
songs. And that doesn't mean that every song is going to be slow and that every song is going to be a ballad, but it does mean that I want to keep that certain something,
Yeah.
at least for like an album, you know? I want that vibe to be around it. And as far as the other song, I just love every kind of genre, you know? And if when it inspires me, I do it. But for this project that that I'm working on, I'm focusing on like something more artistic in the way an artist needs to have its sound. You can
Yeah.
go crazy all over the place, even though we would probably all love that. But that's what I did before, and then like, let's say, found myself in a way.
And so you also you did all the pre-parties, etc., and you sang Janum as well in Barcelona. You sang Ramonda to this crowd. What is the difference that you felt when you performed in Serbian to a foreign audience than if you compare it to a Serbian audience, for example?
I don't know. Not much different. Not much
Yeah.
different. Not much different, honestly.
Do you feel like you could connect with this crowd as
Yeah,
much as you did? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Eurovision. You had your two rehearsals already, looked beautiful. You went from the smaller stage from Pesima to Eurovision. So how did it go? What were the big changes that you would want to bring moving forward from here?
Uh, it went well. It went well. Changes. You mean like from these rehearsals
These
till the
rehearsals,
end?
yeah. How do you think you could improve still?
I need more emotion. I need more close-ups.
A lot of camera angles.
Vision. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a way, yes, I just need to bring that like more, you know. And I'm also waiting for the audience rehearsal because it's different.
Of
It's
course.
different when you know something is like happening. Like it's so weird. Even for the national selection, when you rehearse, even though you're in a costume and everything, but you know it's not like going live, and you know you you do it differently. There's like an adrenaline kick
Yeah.
and also like a bigger emotion and some kind of a need to do this when you know that either the audience is there or that you are being watched by a bunch of people.
I mean, it must be a bit weird, like performing in an arena with like 12,000 empty seats, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even see it because of
Yeah.
the lighting. You know, it looks small to me,
Yeah.
like that way. It's probably weird, yeah. I probably and they just goes one take, two take, three times,
Yeah.
and you're like you're you have to for me. I think for this type of song, I need to know what's happening in my head. I need to know like that's it, you
Yeah.
know. And I do, and yeah, that's why I can actually wait for that to happen.
I want to talk about the dress. I think it's beautiful.
Do you like it more than the national
I
selection?
do. I do because so I was talking with your people last night about the dress. I think so for example, I don't like interpretive dance on a performance. I think it kills the vibe, it kills like the emotion sometimes in my opinion. And I feel like the dress is the choreography, you know, like you have all these bits going with the wind, and I
Yeah.
think that's beautiful. You know, so what was your creative process when you were choosing the outfit for it?
Um, so I do like things to be wavy like
Yeah.
that and to be a little messy, distressed
Yeah, I
in
get
a
yeah,
way.
definitely.
But this dress was made by Sanda Simona. She's a designer from Serbia. And you know, I had input on it as well. I wanted to be comfy and I wanted to be like some kind of fairy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like you know, because the whole performance is me on this rock in the middle of nowhere. That's what it's supposed to be. That I'm alone there, and I'm fighting something myself by myself, you know. And but also like I'm this like flower or a rock, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm like part of the nature as well, and this seems to me I'm barefoot also on the stage, for now.
I think you should remain barefoot. I mean,
I
I'm
think
just
so too,
because
yeah.
like it gives the song is so raw and the message is so raw as well. I think being barefoot also represents this, you know, this rawness, this being grounded
Yeah.
in some sort of way. Is that what you were trying to relate with the staging?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, raw and wounded but strong, you know, and on my way.
Yeah. So I saw that you did that show with Maria Serifovic here in Sweden. Did you talk to other Serbian contestants like previous ones? What kind of advice did they give you?
Oh yeah, I just talked with Luke Black literally last night. I was showing him the live performance and asking for some advice on some of the camera angles. Uh, of course, you know, and you know what advice he gave me is to just stay in my zone and just be focused and just think, okay, it's just me, and I have to, especially because I'm alone on the stage, and to not think about the stuff from this on the side that could bother me that has nothing to do with this, you know, and that has something to do with this as
Yeah.
well. But just meditate, he also said.
Yeah.
Meditate, don't look at the internet too much, don't read comments, even if they're amazing, it doesn't matter, like, you know, but just like stay focused and stay in your head
Do you read the
with
comments?
positive thoughts. Mm, I sometimes there's not a lot of bad ones, so that's good, you know. But even like if something is like a little, it could if it could put you off, you know. It could put you off if something is a little off, like if something if there's a bad comment or something like that. Um, So I don't know if I would recommend it. Maybe when you're working on something and when you're done with it, maybe look at the comments if you
Yeah.
really want to know what people think. But everybody has an opinion, and everybody's always going to have an opinion, and there can be always a positive from everybody. You can't always get positive comments from everybody, but just it's not possible.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it is also like it can help you. You know, it's
Yeah.
constructive criticism sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask you. So this is so big. This whole thing. I mean, you started the pre parties, etc. And and I want to wrap this up by this. How do you stay grounded? Because you talk to so many people. You're always there. You're always doing this. You're always interacting with these kind of people. It could be a lot. How do you just stay focused? I mean, you said that you want to meditate and everything, but how do you manage doing that? Because this is like so big, it's so everywhere.
I don't know, honestly. I have so many thoughts in my head right
Yeah.
now and other things on my mind as well. And I just try and I think about Ramonda
Yeah.
rising from the ashes. No, but really, like sometimes I do, and I'm like, maybe the song is like when I was writing it, I never think about that. Even for my other songs, I never think it's about me. But then there comes a moment where it just hits me. I'm like, yeah, yeah, and this is such a general song in a way. What it talks about, it's something that we all have in our heads. It goes through so many metaphors though.
Yeah.
Maybe some people when they translate it or if they know the language, it doesn't matter, but maybe it's not as easy to catch on, but it's just life.
Yeah.
It's about life and what we go through every day, and that is so many obstacles and on the way that we need to go. And then sometimes you don't feel like doing it anymore because it seems so hard, like, but that's just life. And if it wasn't there, it wouldn't be that. You wouldn't even want to probably live and be the most happy, like not happiest. You can always be happy even with the obstacles. That's the point. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you
it
just have
helps
to
you.
accept it
Yeah.
and survive.
Well, Taya, it's so lovely to see you every single time. I love your aura. I love your energy.
Thank
And we cannot wait to see what you're going to bring on the semifinal as well. And I wish you all the
Thank you
best.
so much. Thank you.